Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Expo's News TV, your one and only YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information and on all the activities happening in Biafran territory. So if this is your first time of joining us on Expo's News TV, please do the needful by making sure you share this video to as many groups, to as many platforms as possible, and also make sure you turn on your notifications so that you will be notified whenever we drop our spanking news. Now let us go straight up to the issue concerning the Biafran Elite Cup that is ongoing. So many people have come with their own opinion or with their own way of bringing down the effort of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. The same people who are bringing down the effort of Mazi Simon Ekpa are the same people who have failed, to do their own part in the Biafran struggle. I've been seeing a lot of comments. Now, the major information is that the Biafran Elite Cup, the under-19 team lost to another team by 4-1 today. Now, the victory is not, the loss is not even the issue, because we are happy at least that the world is recognizing Biafra. Simon Ekpa is doing everything possible, to make awareness, to give awareness about Biafra. Let the world know, let the world continue to hear about this wonderful country. Some people, some particular set of people who don't know anything about Biafra, when they see this, they will be like, wow, this is good. This is history. Let me tell you, this is history. This is the first time we are seeing this kind of thing. Now they are beginning to say that the team that the Minister of Sports, brought, that most of the players are white. There is nothing that a man will do and people will not talk. I'm still sending a simple message to Ndocho. If you like, you might not necessarily like what I'm saying, but that is your own business. I believe in freedom, and I believe in what is well doing is what doing right. Sure, you get. So, and I believe strongly that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko is doing the needful. That is the most important thing. Every other thing you feel or you think about him is your own personal beef about him. It doesn't add up to anybody. Come out anything from him body. The reality is that he's doing the needful. The same people who are castigating the Biafran team, that they are full of white and all that, cannot come out and castigate the French national team, that almost all the players are from other countries. That is why in French team, if you're counting at least out of the 11 starting players, you're seeing more than 6 to 7 players that are black. But French is an European country. It's not an African country. So why are there so many blacks? Biafran is beyond race. People must understand this. But that is not my point. Whether the national team lost, whether the national team are whites and all that, the most important thing is that a history has been made, and at least people are speaking and talking about Biafra. This December will be a great month, and we can't wait, to hear to wait till December 2nd, where a lot of things will be happening. This is the high time for Biafrans to try as much as possible, to stay united, and as much as possible to stay online, because we'll be giving you all the information. So if you want the video of that match, kindly indicate so that we will bring the video to you. But meanwhile, we'll continue to ask for your support, you know, on our channel. You can support us by sending us super thanks or super chat. Please try as much as possible to support us. As you do so, may God bless you. Now let us go into the video proper.
Biafra, Biafra to the world. Biafra, Stadium Way. Stadium Way. Biafra. Biafra, no. Yes, so the squad is ready. Right. The honorable to Mamanya. Working on over the Odoku. Or go for garden. Biafra, Tagopo. Makandigas and I will AI.
And in Gaza. So, and somebody has to do it. So we are bringing this particular solution, alternative, to what they have on ground. And that alternative and solution is Biafra as an independent state. And I want all of you to understand that Biafra is not only going to benefit Biafra people, it is going to benefit the entire indigenous people within Nigeria area, including the Duduwas and other ethnic, other indigenous nationality within the Nigeria area. The emergence of Biafra as a nation will put an end to upsurge of terrorists. It will disintegrate the interest of the terrorists while they are coming to Sahel. It will also cut ties immediately. Just that Biafra has been recognized, only the pronouncement will make the entire region calm down, because the terrorists will start fleeing. Why would they be fleeing? They will be fleeing because their only interest is to capture Biafra territory, which is the majority Christian-dominated area today in the entire Sahel region. I don't know whether you're aware of that. So the interest is in Biafra land, not actually in northern Nigeria. So, but they want to, first of all, cut our wings by cutting the neighbors, and then after that, they will come to us. And that's why we started resisting them ahead of time. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Let's go to Ikolola.
Thank you. Good evening, Dr. Damages and Prime Minister of Biafra, Simon Ekpa. I was just wondering, do you have to look so good to be a Prime Minister? Good to see you.
Thank you. That is so good. At least I don't want to look like the ancestor in Nigeria. I'm a young man, so I have to look good. Thank you.
Okay. Right. This is my question to you. Are you hell bent on secession? Must we secede? Must Biafra break away? Is that the only solution to the Igbo problem? And please, that is not the only solution.
I think breaking away is not actually.
But let me finish. Let me finish. You get the whole context.
Okay.
If you're not hell bent on secession, let's imagine you're not hell bent on secession. What do you really want to see that the Nigerian element puts into place before you say, okay, then this is a pathway to unity? That is, if you're not hell-bent on secession. Did you get my question, sir?
Yeah. Okay. Now let me answer you. With all due respect, this is not the time for us to contemplate on whether there is a solution for us to remain one or not. This issue of whether we're going to remain one is something that we cannot revisit again, because the agenda of the Nigeria state is not for developmental purposes, is not to help the people, the citizens of Nigeria, is not to bring any innovative ideas, is not to build infrastructure, to bring security, to build road, give hospital, schools. No. So it is only one agenda, which is the most important thing to them, is the Islamic agenda. And you will agree with me that since 1989, after what we call Abuja Declaration. What was Abuja Declaration? Abuja Declaration was the gathering of Islamic scholars, Islamic countries in Abuja, where the decision was made that the only thing they have to do is not to pursue development in any region within the Sahel region, but also to install all Muslims in different position and strategic position for the Islamization of that region. So that particular implementation of the Abuja 1989 Declaration is already 90%, if not 100. And that's why for the very first time in the history of Nigeria, you have a Muslim ticket. And people did not see anything wrong with that. In fact, before this Muslim ticket, a lot of people said it is not possible. It is not going to happen. Even the people who call themselves pastors and all those preachers, all those liars, they were saying that God told them it is not going to happen. If it happened, they say, make the thunder fire all of them, make fire burn them. They pray all those prayers, all those nonsense. It did not. It still happened. Muslim ticket. It is called the implementation of Abuja Declaration 1989. And I want people in Nigeria to go and read Abuja Declaration. They have altered those content, the content of the declaration, but everybody who knows it knows the content was to install Muslims in all strategic position for the Islamization of the entire region. So Biafrans are resisting that because we understand that very well. So if you tell us, let us come down now so that it is everybody will be one, they will come harder on us in the next 10 years, and we don't want to go back there again. So what are we saying? We are saying that we need a country where there is going to be rule of law, justice, fairness, equity. We need a country where our women will go to hospital without paying money, doctor will attend to them. We want a country where our students will go to school and nobody will kidnap them. We want a country where we are going to have good road, transportation, good social amenity, and possibly provide social security for our people. It may also interest you that as a government in exile today, we have the strongest national identity card. As a government in exile, the only country that will compete with us today is South Africa. The security we have in our national ID card, and it is European standard. It will be unveiled and issued to applicant first time ever during our convention in Finland. That's how far, that's the kind of quality of life we want to give our people. Nigeria don't have it. No other country have it in Africa except South Africa. And we have contracted the best security company in Europe to do this. So we are laying example. We want a country where our citizens can travel visa-free because we have what it takes. The Europeans need us more than we need them. America needs us more than we need them. So we need to have the kind of agreement where our citizens of Biafra can travel without anybody using telescope to look their passport. No, we want that our people will be respected in any point of entry in any part of the world. That is the kind of, Nigeria can never provide that for you, and you know that. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Ikolola. Let's go to Christian. You're next.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hello.
Greetings.
Rudolph, can you hear me? All right. Thank you. I just missed one of your interview with Hyundai. So anyway, I'm just curious to ask Simon եկպÁ. One of the questions Rudolph asked you, what role you're going to play when Biafra comes. One, you said the role Biafra giving you, but you're already a prime minister, so you really need to Biafra to give you a role. But my question now is, if you declare this Biafra on December, how long will it take you to remove the barracks, Nigerian barracks, army barracks, and police barracks? And how do you install remove the political actors in the territory and fill them with the Biafran political actors? Given your thing that you have missed so many instances, promises about the chiefs, the Biafran, you gave for 150 days in the past, it didn't come, and the release of Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, most of the promises or the instances you have given hadn't worked in the past. So how do you think that, why would anyone seriously believe you that this one will work, or is this a publicity stunt?
All right, so let me address you. First of all, I did not make myself prime minister. So Biafrans voted me, and you need to be part of the movement to know whether I was voted in or not. But I'm telling you now that I was voted in as a Biafra prime minister, and so you cannot be outside and want to know what is happening within the circle of the Biafra agitation. That's number one. So, like I said, I will be serving Biafra people in whichever position they give me. So that particular statement stands. Another thing is that you asked, how am I going to remove the military barrack? I have said we are at a war of attrition. So I will advise you to go to Google or to any search engine and check what is the war of attrition. War of attrition is that we fight till the person that is tired will leave. And so after the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra on December 2nd, what we're going to do is to generate a document, a legal document. This legal document will comprise of the Biafra Constitution. It will comprise of the announcement of the Biafra self-referendum. It will comprise of the assenting into international human rights laws, international human rights treaties, international human rights convention in accordance with the UN treaties. We are going to assent to these laws, to respect them, the laws that Nigeria have violated with impunity. So this assenting into assenting to these treaties will give us that particular part of the legal background and legal backing to continue to pursue a diplomatic and political, using the diplomatic and political approach for the recognition of Biafra as an independent state, providing an alternative to Nigeria. So this is what we are doing. And this takes time. It is not a rocket science. So you need to have patience with us. That as we are engaging Nigeria, delegitimizing them, they're going to get tired. At the end of the day, I'm only pitying those who is going to die, especially from the Nigeria side, in the name of defending Nigeria. Because at the end of the day, they're going to invite us to talk on the table, to discuss the partition of Biafra and Nigeria. It is going to happen. So those who die for no reason are the one I'm going to pity. Because Biafra will come one day and sit on the table. Everything you see happening today will end in a table. So what you have to ask yourself is that, is Nigeria a better option for you? That's the question. Do you enjoy Nigeria? Do you want this particular Islamic state that is happening today? Where I'm recruiting
not that I'm a proponent of Nigeria. The reason why I asked my question, not that I'm a proponent of Nigeria.
Let me address one of the questions. You said about 150 days, that all the promises I made, none of them has happened. There is no promise I have made that did not happen. Every promise I have made is targeted at achieving something. One is that before I started the 150 days countdown, it was to make sure I destabilized the Nigeria electoral system. Because many of you were saying that Obi is going to win. And I was telling you people that Obi was not fighting to become a president of Nigeria. Obi was only installed by the British Empire in order to destabilize the Biafra agitation, just like they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. That was the work of Obi. Today, are you going to be saying you are proud of Obi? Obi that is congratulating Gowon? If you are proud of him, then it means something is wrong with you. So now I'm telling you that the 150 days was targeted at destabilizing the election, which we did. We succeeded. Over 50 to 25 million people that registered, 20 million did not vote for Biafra. And so it is for the interest of the Biafra people that we counted 150 days. And you know that then everywhere was like, but of course, many of you do not understand because you are not in the struggle. You think that after 150 days, I'm going to declare Biafra without a government structure? You think I'm going to declare Biafra without having our representative at the Washington, D.C.? Because the Biafra is not going to come from Nigeria. Biafra is coming from abroad. The people that will help us to restore our independence are not in Nigeria. They are not in Africa. They are here where I am. So why should I be coming there? And why should I, so what I'm trying to say is that we need to put these structures in place, which was not there. And now it is here. We have all government structures. We have also de facto government, functioning de facto government. We have the Biafra database security. We have every institution of government today. So when you are talking with people, you present them to know how serious you are. They will listen to you. And that's why the United States, that's why the Department of State are listening to us, because they have seen how serious we are. They have seen that we have become more organized than every other Biafra, not only Biafra, every other independent movement in the world. Nobody has done what we have done today. If you have any country that have done what we have done today, and they got independent at the end of the day, even though they got independent, tell me which country, from Bangladesh to Lithuania, to all those countries, tell me which country have actually laid the foundation the Biafra government have laid today. Nobody. We have done, better than any other country. And that's what it needs to be done, because Nigeria is a very complex state, and we know the Nigeria status in the global community. So you needed something sophisticated to be able to break through, and that's what we have done. That's why everybody is listening to us today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Christian. Let me ask a question from the comment section. I do get questions from here. So this one says, do you as Prime Minister have a relationship with Nnamdi Kanu's family and lawyers?
People should understand, and they should know how to differentiate Biafra movement from Nnamdi Kanu's family. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is an agitator like me, like every other person. He's a leader of indigenous people of Biafra. So the Biafra freedom is not tied to him, and it's not tied to his family. So did anybody know my family? Did anybody know Wazuke family? Did anybody know Ojukwu family? Ojukwu have family too. So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should be respected as a leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Only him that I am, my alliance or allegiance goes to him alone. My loyalty goes to him, not to any other person. It's not a family business. Biafra is a nation that everybody can fight to become one of the leaders of Biafra until Biafra comes. So people should stop this whole Nnamdi Kanu family, this one and that. No. He is my leader. I am his disciple. And under this particular movement, I say that if Nigeria refuse to release him, they will pay dearly for the kidnap. And they are paying today. That is what leads to what is happening today. And we're not going back.
Okay, one more question from the comments before we go to the people in here. This one says that the Tinubu government is known for sharing rice. Does this movement support the people in Biafra land with palliatives to ease the suffering?
We support palliative, but it is not all about palliative. Palliative cannot solve any problem. But sometimes we do palliative to help the people, but it is not, we are not basing this agitation or liberation based on palliative, no. And right. People have come to understand that they needed the freedom more than any palliative. You know what they used to tell you in Nigeria in the past is that, you cannot stand against, the government designed this whole system so that people cannot rise up against it. When you rise up, they say, you don't have money, you don't have food to eat. We have been able to defeat that. Who can believe that Biafra will lock their shops? Nobody will believe. But today, they are doing it because they have come to understand the importance of freedom, that they need freedom more than anything. So it is not about palliative, but whether we do palliative, yes, we do.
All right. Henry, you're next.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Rudolph, and good evening, Prime Minister Samuel Ekpan. Yeah, let me go first on this. From the beginning, I supported Nnamdi Kanu, even though I'm not a Biafra. I support this movement because it was before it was talking about one Nigeria then. Before Nigeria turned against it, Nigeria was not favoring its people. Then it changed to be it changed to be to fight for Biafra. So it's unfortunate they went to kidnap him from Kenya. They bring him back to Nigeria. My problem is, do you believe some of those people in the Igbo not against Nnamdi Kanu still being in prison now? Because I see no reason why they keep him there, because there's no crime be committed. The government could not charge him to say this is your crime, prosecute him. They still put him there for how many years now? So what you don't think some of these Indian Igbo they are against him? You don't think this? And secondly, I will be not be happy when I see people, they force some videos I see to sit at home. Those people who are beating, or I don't know what, I will not use that word here. Those who are aggressive to these people don't close their shop in Biafra land. Is it proper like that? Is it by force to close your shop, or you have to be free? They should be free to choose what they want to do. Is it not wrong to force people to close their shop? That's my question.
All right. So nobody is forcing anybody to close shop in Biafra land. Biafra are closing their shop willingly. And if you can also share the video of them responding to Soludo, not just the video of Nigeria agent trying to blackmail what we're doing. Share the video of the Biafra business people, traders responding to Soludo. That is the video you should be addressing. Because there are many videos where people are telling Soludo, come and drag us out of our house now. Why are you not addressing that? That is the real Biafrans, not those that Nigeria hired in order to blackmail me, thinking that when they start beating people in the market, I'm going to run away. No, we know those games. You should be addressing when Biafrans are talking. Biafrans are those who were making video telling Soludo to come with a trailer of key to lock their shops. Those are Biafrans. They are sitting at home willingly because they understand the fight we're fighting. It's just like many of you understand the fight, but the only thing is that you are too little-livered to do what Biafrans are doing today. So when they are doing it, you are concerned. Why are you not worried about people that have been killed in other part of Nigeria? Why is Biafra more interested to you when people are not actually getting killed? Even if those who come to blackmail us by hitting people with a stick and all that, is that more cruel to the people that are getting killed in all over part of Nigeria? Why are you not worried about them? Or are they not Nigerians? There are people who give birth to IDP camp in Benue State, and their children are 19 years old now, living inside IDP state, which means they have been living in IDP camp for more than 19 years. And there is no plan of them going back to their ancestral land. This should be your concern, not Biafra people sitting at home.
No, sorry, Rudolph, sorry. Rudolph, sorry, please.
Rudolph, you're not talking. We cannot hear you.
If you have had a chance to ask a question, please don't come back into the studio. We want to make room for other people. So I keep removing people who come back again. Please make it one question. We don't have a lot of time. I speak the truth, Ernest.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So, hello, Rudolph. Hello, Simon. Simon, it's a two-part question, but it's going to be in one. You've told us about your plan for 40 states, but what I think you haven't been clear about and what you haven't really told us is which states presently will encompass this new nation that you envision, because while you said earlier on the show that it will be made up of a confederate group of states, will these states just be the 1967 Eastern region, like you referenced, or like Nnamdi Kanu said, expand to places as far as Kogi and Ondo? Because if so, me playing devil's advocate, if I was a military strategist or a leader from the old Western region, and which you have admittedly said, this will end on the negotiation table, I will be antsy that you are not only on my border in the event of a potential military skirmish, but that you will also control both sides of the River Niger. So where exactly in the geographical space being disputed today will make up Biafra? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't know if you have been following the Biafra movement, but we have a defined map and we have a defined territory. So if you are confused about where is the Biafra territory today, I will urge you to visit the Biafra government website, where you have the current map of Biafra. That those maps were done by people, the indigenous people in those areas, not Simon Ekpa. So the people that make those maps are the indigenous people of those lands. It is not by Simon Ekpa. So if you are disputing the map or you don't want to be part of Biafra, then you have one vote. You have one vote to say, no, I don't want to be part of Biafra. And in a democratic system, it is always majority carries the vote. So like I said, and I have said to every other person, if you can bring somebody or a group of people or millions of people to outnumber 50 million so far, you win the vote.
Thank you. I speak the truth. Let's go to Man of Prestige.
Greeting everybody. And greeting to have you here, Simon Ekpa. Let me start with my statement to your question. I think it's an illusion for you to have this idea that Trump is going to come and liberate a Biafra. Trump is a neo-isolationist. He doesn't care about Africans. So let me just, I live in America, California, to be precisely. You are just riding on an illusion. That's not going to happen from Trump. He doesn't care about Africa. So that's one. But whatever your ideology of trying to actualize Biafra, whether it's going to come to fruition or not, that's debatable. So I'm not here to contend on that. But my main focus is the main harm you are causing to the Southeast. I mean, how are you going to actualize Biafra when you finish killing the Biafran people already? So what country are you going to have? That's my question.
You have not joined them. You have not been killed. So I think when you are gone, Biafra will come. And number one. Number two is that you are not part of a Trump team. You are not personal advisor to Trump. And I didn't say that Trump is going to give us Biafra. So don't come here and say something that is not right. Trump is the president of the United States. There are people that influences his foreign policies. These are the people I am engaging. The Department of State influences the Trump foreign policy. The Congress influences Trump policy. The CIA intelligence agencies influences foreign policy. These are the people I'm engaging. I'm not engaging Trump. Thank you.
Thank you, man of prestige. Let's go to Alwin Bond. I used to know your name. You changed your name.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, Dr. Damages.
How are you?
Good evening to you. My Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. Good evening to you.
Greetings.
And I would like to say, may God continue to bless you. I am the Okene of Biafra because my mom is from Aba State. She's an Angwa woman. I would like to ask you this, my Prime Minister. Are you the first Prime Minister to organize or invoke a republic in exile? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I am not the first Prime Minister of a government in exile, and there are many countries that have regained their independence or restored their independence or sovereign state through a government in exile. So the only thing is that what we are doing today is very different somehow, because a country like Nigeria needed a very drastic measures that we are using. And that's why we adopt this 4 different approach, which is the political approach, diplomatic approach, the armed struggle approach in the self-defense, and the civil disobedience approach. So we are fighting Nigeria from all angles. Thank you.
Thank you, and let's go to electricity.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Man. Good evening, Simon. Mine is just clarification. It's a follow-up to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, it's a follow-up to Okija question. You referenced 3 religions officially recognized in Biafra state. You live in Finland, and Finland's constitution guarantees freedom of religion and freedom of conscience. 0.4% of the population have official membership. Is it the case that they will practice Islam in Biafra if it ever happens, but will not be officially recognized?
Okay, go ahead.
Or is it the case that Muslims will not be allowed in Biafra? Just clarification, please.
Thank you very much. We are going to sign into law the United Nations Treaty that protects every person, both religious person, both minority group. So those laws will be signed sent into law in our local law constitution, and it will be respected. So, but what I'm telling you is that the official religion remain Christianity, Jewish, and traditional religion. This is the official that we have in Biafra territory. And just like you go to Saudi Arabia today, you don't go there to question the laws while they are very hostile to some certain religion and all that. So we are going to have that in Biafra land, but we are going to respect international law, especially the UN Treaty on the protection of human rights. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Paul, you are next.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Rudolph. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Rudolph, good evening, sir. Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra. Thank you. And I greet everyone in the panel. I have 2 questions to ask you, the Prime Minister, and then I will ask it in one. The sit at home is only being done in 5 eastern part of Nigeria, but as we are told, the Biafra constitutes the old eastern region. So the people from River State, the people from Delta, the people from Calabar, they are not doing it at home. The people from Kogis, they are not doing it at home. So I want to know why those people are not doing it at home. Is it only Igbo people that is Biafra, or I mean, I want you to clarify that. And then the second question I want to ask you. I was listening to you. You made mention of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is to call yourself his disciple. I want to know, wouldn't that be so much disrespectful to him when he eventually come out tomorrow?
Sorry, what, say it again. I didn't hear you well.
Okay, I say you made mention that, like, I mean, that you are still loyal to him, that you are still his disciple.
Yes.
So I want to ask you, wouldn't that be so much disrespectful to him if he eventually come out tomorrow? And then, I mean, because like the government in Exile, I think, is quite different from the group he's leading. So I want you also to clarify me the difference between IPOB and the government in Exile. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let me ask you a question. Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu agitating for a group or for a country?
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is agitating for the restoration of Biafra. Which
what am I agitating for?
You're also agitating for an sovereign independent state of Biafra.
So, and you think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out and be interested in agitating to restore IPOB as a group? Or
so, when Nnamdi Kanu come out, who is going to be a leader?
It is not about who is going to be a leader. I think he's going to be very, very proud of how far we have gone, because his admiration, his aspiration and dream did not die. So as a leader that he is, he already is coming with Biafra. I told people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out in a historic way. Biafra will be the restoration of Biafra. Listen, let me answer you. The restoration of Biafra will be declared, and the document will be generated. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said severally, when he was being asked, when are you going to declare Biafra? He said, people of Biafra have not given him mandate. He was asked again by this Rudolph here that when is he going to start engaging the United States? He responded, which the video I watched in the beginning of this program. He responded that the people have not sent him to go to the United States. Well, right, Rudolph, if I'm wrong, that was what he said here. So here today, the people of Biafra have given me mandate and given the Biafra government mandate, and he's part of it. So if he come and distance himself, that's a different thing. But for the fact that he's fighting for Biafra, and because of Biafra, he's being incarcerated, I believe he should be proud of how far we have got today within 2 years. Within 2 years, we have been to that America under the mandate of the Biafra people, 50 million people of Biafra given to us. Where for the past 8 years, or before it was that granted that interview, I don't know which year was that, but at least he said that the Biafra people have not given him the mandate. And that was the early stage. So today, over 50 million has given us the mandate. And that's why we are engaging the United States officially. That's why we are having this convention officially. That's why dignitaries from around the world will come to Finland for this. But if you don't know that, you know it now. That are going to be dignitaries, they're going to be policymakers that will come to this convention, and it's going to be live. So everybody will see them and know who they are.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Tone. You're next.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. եկPÁ. Right. My thing here, let me just make clear before, so that you know where I'm coming from and who I am. I am a full-fledged Igbo man. I'm from Anambra State. It kind of worries me when the Biafran movement assumes that everybody that speaks Igbo, that is an Igbo man, agrees with your ideology. First of all, I'd like you to understand, because even during the war, you are not born, young man. You weren't born. A lot of people that are crying IPOB, don't even know, they don't even understand the history, the background, what led to the Civil War, what led to the first coup. But then that is another. All I'm just going to appeal to you, with all due respect, is your policies and your utterances are causing a lot of instability and insecurity. People, we have seen videos, and you're denying it, that it's the zoo and all that, blah, 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 blah. Your directives are causing people to be attacked when people refuse to abide by this sit down home and all that. They are being attacked, their businesses are being destroyed and all that. And you sit down there to tell me that they are not real IPOB. Let me just say to you,
can I respond to you, please?
I am not part of your IPOB shenanigans. What I'm for is for the Igbo people to be economically strong so that we will have a voice. And then we talk about whether we want to move or not telling people, talking about violence and all that. You know nothing about the military. You've got no military training. You've got no military training. You've got nobody. Listen, nobody voted you as a prime minister. Some group of people came together and gave you the title. The title prime minister is inconsequential. The most important thing is releasing that young man that has been kidnapped, because your utterances is not helping out. These people are going to hold him and they probably might kill him. Let's tell ourselves the truth, my brother.
You're not asking. That's all I just wanted. What is the question? What is the question?
The question is, my question is, when are you going to stop your directive and asking young men to go to their early graves? It is not right.
When you don't buy, because having book by your side does not make you educated.
It is not right, Mr. ＥKPÁ. It is not right, with all due respect. You sit down there in Finland, you're directing them to go to their early grave. That is wrong.
You never buy now.
All right. Thank you, Ton. Kene, you're next.
He come here with books as if he's educated. He's an idiot.
The Prime Minister of Biafra land. I greet you, my brother. Welcome here once again. Last time you were here, I asked a question strictly on your plans on how to secure our people, especially the lives and properties of the Biafran people. And your response was very marvelous. And I've seen the result of what the ESN under your leadership is doing in our land. Thank you once again.
Biafra Liberation Army.
Yes, Biafra Liberation Army. Sorry. Mata Bieile. Thank you once again for coming today. And as we all have witnessed, some of our saboteurs, they are meeting their ancestors or their creators on their own accord. Thank God, God is doing the wonders for us. And I will especially thank you for how you guys have deterred the IDP camp that they brought or they wanted to bring down to Imo State. Thank you for that job. And again, I come with the same question, but in a different way today. Today we have army checkpoints in Biafra land. I think there was this YouTuber that went around counting army checkpoints in our land, and it's just so annoying to see this kind of thing going on in our land. And I saw a video where coal is being mined in one community in Enugu State, I think Udi area. My question to you is, what effort are you guys doing to making sure that our resources are being preserved? And especially that these good for nothing Nigerian army and police that are everywhere on our land, aiding kidnapping of our people, that they are being sent back to wherever they come from. This question is very, very important because it bleeds my heart if I see this thing going on in our land. I believe in your ability to, get their senses back to where it's supposed to be. So please, my brother, I will want you guys, if you choose not to answer this question, that is fine, because I know you have your way of doing things. But I want to encourage you to continue your good work. Somebody asked a question, which I don't see that as a question. I see that as maybe he just woke up from sleep. That if you are not here, who takes over from you? And I answered from the comment section that the likes of Kene are in millions waiting to take over. But nothing will happen to you, my brother. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kene.
All right. Thank you very much, Kene. Well, I would say that the checkpoint, we continue to dismantle them. And it is not going to stop. We know it's going to take a long time. Like, Nigeria is a country with 3 trillion naira in defense. That is the country we are fighting. So trying to defend our people from this kidnapping and all that. So we will continue to engage them. Like I said, what we are into now is called the war of attrition. And they know better what is the meaning of war of attrition. And if they are ready for that, we are in for it. So it's going to take time.